Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Sagittarius. All Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Sagittarius in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Sagittarius, please. What does Sagittarius need to know? This Queen of Swords. Okay, this is a lot. And here's the King of Cups. And I think I see the Eight of Swords in the background here. I'm just going to take it because it seems like this is relevant. The Queen of Swords. I see her crying. I do. I see her very sad. And then with the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords coming out, I feel like somebody is crying. Somebody's heartbroken. Somebody feels almost like victimized, stuck, trapped. So sad. Somebody's emotions are actually clouding their mind. They are miserable. This person is miserable. This person is so sad. They're really suffering. They're crying. They're deeply hurt. They feel like they have to leave a situation that they don't really want to leave. They feel like they have to keep pushing through, but they don't have enough of what they need. They are missing out. There's a fear of missing out. Somebody's in a very low vibrational place right now. Okay? They have to move towards something new. They know they deserve better. They want something else. They want to go somewhere else. They keep a lot of their feelings to themselves. They're very confused and conflicted right now. So there's a message incoming. Is this you? Is this you feeling this way? Because underneath the surface, there is a new beginning. There is a new opportunity. And they're going towards happiness. This is so interesting. It's like, it's just on the other side of the wall. It's like they can feel it. They can tell. They know. This is like Dark Night of the Soul type of stuff. There is this opportunity here. You may have to move. You may have to go somewhere else to find it. You may need a new car. You may need some kind of assistance, but there is a serious confusion and a lack of clarity. So there's a need for some money or some... So it looks like some money's coming in. All right. Oh my God, really? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to... I love tarot, by the way. There is just something so amazing to have this thing confirmed for me as a reader, reiterated to me every time. So I was thinking when I saw this... You see the Five of Pentacles? These two people are out in the cold. But this is a window here. The window of the church. And the lights are on inside. I was seeing the sun behind it. The sun is inside on the other side of the wall. And that's the light coming through the window of the sun. And I was thinking... And I should have said it, but whatever. These two people are going to go inside the church to get warm, to get the warmth and the light of the sun, and to talk to the Hierophant. There's the Hierophant. There's the two people. These two people are going to go into this place, this church, this place of spiritual knowledge, wisdom, tradition. To me, it's like occult teaching, esoteric teachings. There's a wall separating you from this light. You could call it the light of God, the light of spirit, the light and warmth of source. the source energy. So you're going to go in, you're going to go on the other side. You got to get to the other side of that wall. And it feels like there's a blockage there. There's like I don't know how I'm going to get to the other side. It feels so close and yet so far away. I don't know how I'm going to go around this, get around it, get through this. What I need, this light of God, this warmth of the universe, this source energy, is so close and yet so far away. And this is the challenge. It's like being homeless in a rich neighborhood. And you're walking up the street and there are all these beautiful houses. And you're not allowed to go in any of them. So the light of civilization and the warmth of the house, of the heat, the literal heat, like you're in the cold, it's winter and it's cold. And you just want to get warm, but you're not allowed to go into any of these warm houses. And it's right there. It's so close. It's 10 feet away from you. Safety and warmth and comfort and running water and a bathroom and, blankets and clothes. It's right there. These warm, safe places to be, but they're not for you. And it's all the doors are shut to you. You are excluded. You're not allowed. But it's so close and yet so far away. So I see there are these people who are on the other side of the wall, and they're going to go into the church or into the building or into the house. And it's going to be warm and comfortable and safe and happy. And they're going to be happy there. It's going to be really good. They're going to have access to that source energy. And they're going to go in and they're going to talk to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like the Pope or the teacher. Let's call him a teacher. He has the wisdom, the knowledge. He's got the information that you need. He's got the key. He's got the key to the door of the house. But how is, okay, there's like a riddle here. You have to go inside the house in order to get the key. But if the door is locked, then you need the key in order to get inside the house. So there's a paradox or there's a riddle here. Are you going to break in through the window? Are you going to knock on the door? How are you going to get the key to the door if the door is locked and the key is on the other side? See, this is the frustration. This is why somebody feels stuck. This is why somebody feels like they can't get in there, this is where the sadness and the deep sense of hurt and pain is coming from. And yet I see this is changing for the better somehow. Somehow you keep moving. You're so determined to have this new beginning, this new money, this new opportunity. And so there's a need to make, I guess, changes to the way you perceive this, or to surrender, or to sacrifice, to let go. Hold on. There's a lot here. And I feel like I'm reading for more than one person at the exact same time, which of course I am, because this is a general reading for Sagittarius. And if you'd like personal details, we could get into a personal reading. You could email me. Somebody's really afraid of stepping into this new beginning. It's really difficult. There's a lot of mixed feelings and mixed emotions underneath the surface. So I want to try to keep it as coherent as possible here, as simple as I can, so that we can actually get a helpful reading for you. Okay, so somebody is deeply hurt. Their feelings are profound and severe. They're feeling extremely unhappy and unwell. And this is clouding their vision, and they're unable to think clearly. But they need to be able to think clearly because they need to make decisions, and there's stuff they have to do. And so they're on this journey. They may even be moving or leaving a situation. Somebody feels like they can't leave, but they absolutely can. Yes, they can. She can leave. the situation, but it's her emotions and her attachments that keep her there. Okay? So, taking action towards something from a place of love and openness, perhaps there's a need, first of all, to change the mind. There's an inward journey first before. Okay, so you're going to have to stop where you are, wherever you're at right now. It's important to be centered, to center yourself here, to do nothing. Don't do anything. This might seem counterproductive, but this is the message I'm getting right now, because there's a sense of urgency, like I have to do something. I must do something. No, you don't. Not right now. For five minutes, for this reading, for today, it's no, you don't. There's nothing you have to do. In fact, it's important for you not to make any big decisions if you're in this place of deep suffering, sorrow, feeling trapped, feeling hopeless, feeling like there's nothing you can do. You are sabotaging yourself somehow, and anything you do in that energy is going to end up probably not being the best thing for you right now for today. If this is your reading, if this is your story, then this is your message, okay? There's nothing you have to do right now. In fact, the best that you can do is to relax, trust life, and go with the flow for today. Let things play out for a little while. Allow things to develop. Say your prayers, put out your manifestation, and let it go. Let this go. There's something you need to let it go. And allow the universe some space and time to respond to you. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. But we are here facing these challenges so that we can have these experiences to inform us, to transform us. It's so hard to say that to somebody who's suffering, that everything happens for a reason and it's all for the best. In fact, there's a kind of cruelty in saying that. Like, actually, it's a good thing that you are suffering because this is a part of your journey here. And, sometimes that can be so callous when a spiritual person is like, especially a spiritual person who's talking down to you or is coming from a place of relative privilege, comfort, and safety, talking to you when you are not privileged, not comfortable, and not safe. You are in danger, you are extremely uncomfortable, and you are in poverty, or you're out in the cold, or you don't have what you need. But that's not to say it's not true. It's just easier said than done. It's easier to say that when you have enough to eat. It's easier to see that everything happens for a reason when you have a full belly, when you have a comfortable bed at night, when you are warm instead of cold. It's easy to see that the universe is benevolent when you are happy and safe and comfortable. It's easy to see that the universe is evil and malevolent and there's a devil out here on your back when in fact you are suffering and in so much pain. But these two things are not necessarily mutually exclusive. And perhaps there's something to be said for having the right perspective on this, having an abundance mentality. Because perhaps that person who is speaking to you from a place of relative comfort was once upon a time, like you, in a place of danger and discomfort. And they changed their mindset from a lack mentality to abundance mentality. And over the course of time, this mindset was the first step in the right direction to getting themselves from that place of living in their car or living on the streets or, I'm feeling like somebody has cold, wet feet, like bad shoes. Your shoes are not appropriate for the weather, but you don't have enough money to buy the right kind of boots. Maybe the person talking to you, maybe this is me. Once upon a time, 10, 15 years ago, I had bad shoes that were not good enough for the weather, and I didn't have money to buy new boots. But from the place where I'm sitting today, I have the right shoes, I have waterproof boots, I'm able to buy them now. But once upon a time, that was not the case. Once upon a time, I was living in my car. Once upon a time, I was afraid of where I was going to sleep tonight. But there was a time when I had a different mentality. And it wasn't until I changed my approach to life and to money and to abundance that was the first step in changing my external situation. So I'm coming to you right now from a place of experience. I'm talking to you from a place of knowing firsthand that this is easier said than done. But the first step in changing your life is changing your own mind and the way that you perceive yourself and the way that you perceive the world. It really does influence the way that you receive these opportunities and these blessings. If you believe that you will never have what you need, then you probably are right. You're not going to be open and to recognizing the opportunities. You're not going to be prepared to receive those opportunities when they do in fact come for you, show themselves to you, appear in your world. But if you have the mentality that, yes, I can, yes, I will, and I'm going to, in fact, it's going to happen. Maybe you don't know the details. Maybe you don't know exactly when or where, but you're going to say, I'm looking for the opportunity. Thank you, God, Spirit, Universe, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you in advance for giving me the chance to do what I'm going to do. I know that I'm going to, that I deserve it, that I'm going to have that money that I need to buy those boots. And so all I have to do is wait and see. And when I see the opportunity, I'm going to take it. All I have to do is listen to my intuition, listen for the signs, signals, and synchronicities, pay attention for the omens, pay attention for that opportunity, knock on the door and keep knocking on all the different doors until one of those doors opens for me. I'm getting a chill now, Sagittarius. You knock on every single one of those doors until one of those doors opens for you. And it may not be a drastic overnight change, although for some of you it very well could be. But you need to take this as an opportunity to change your mind, to accept this valid criticism, to motivate yourself, to become determined and motivated, to get up, keep getting up. What is true for every one of these success stories? When you hear somebody going from rags to riches, what is true? They never gave up. Never give up. Never surrender. Am I getting I feel like I'm channeling like a Braveheart or something. What am I? I feel like a motivational speaker. Like listen to Tony Is it Tony Robbins? I don't even know. I feel like I'm seeing like Braveheart. We'll never give up. Never surrender. Give me liberty or give me death. Like I'm getting something like that, like he's on his horse and he's like rallying the troops. Okay. Let's not be cynical. Somebody in my mind was just like, yeah, but look at where Scotland is today. Like, look at what happened to him in the end of that movie. And it's like, okay, valid. But my point is to try to see the motivation and the hope in a situation that feels bleak. And this is the truth, the focus of reaching this new plateau in this new milestone in your life of this financial independence, this gaining money. How are you going to do this? There's a choice here to assert yourself, to take action from a place of love, to take action from a place of abundance. Almost like just imagining it. Just if you can visualize this in your mind and imagine this, then through the law of attraction, you are already taking the first steps. Believing you can do something is the first step. So I feel like today I'm connecting with somebody who is struggling with that mentality, and for good reason, who is suffering and is very sad and has a lot of pain and bitterness and has learned hard lessons in their life that have made them, it wasn't your hard lessons that made you who you are. It's the way that you respond to them that makes you who you are, right? And so you find this strength somehow within yourself to keep going, to never give up, and to focus on this new opportunity, because I do see that you have this path forward towards this abundance and security. Emotionally, I think there's a need to be grateful, to say thanks, to give thanks and gratitude every day to life for giving you everything that you need to be happy. Wherever you're at right now, giving gratitude for even the small little things that help you get through the day every day, and watch those things grow into bigger things. Watch how that change of your mindset tunes you in to the blessings, tuning in to the radio station, right? Yeah, I'm thinking now like a radio. I'm seeing a radio. I've got a radio. So I'm looking at my own radio. I'm not literally, it's on the other side of the room. But you know what I mean? I'm imagining, I'm having a vision, okay? Let me explain. You got a radio. It's got all the different radio stations. Somebody right now is listening to static. There's too much noise, all the overlapping interference. There's a lot of interference here. Your emotions are interfering with your state of mind. There's too much noise. You're in between radio stations. You need to tweak the dial a little bit. Tuning into a better, more hopeful, more clear radio station to get the message that you really need to hear. So you're coming into clarity now. This is how you get to that Ace of Swords type of clarity. Yeah. You're going to a better place, a new job, a much more abundant situation, making small changes every day that add up to big changes over time. So maybe today you need a new pair of shoes. Maybe tomorrow you get the house. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it doesn't happen overnight, but I do see growth in the right direction. I see expansion. I see you gaining more today than you had yesterday. And if every day you get something to eat, thank you, Spirit, for this food. If you find $20 on the ground, thank you, God, for this $20 that I found on the sidewalk or in my pants pocket. It's like that kind of gratitude for the little small blessings. If you are in poverty, if you are struggling, as I see somebody is, never give up, never surrender. Here comes the clarity that you need. You are getting that clarity. Things are changing for the better. You are on an upward trajectory, but there's like emotional interference, and you need to change the channel. You need to turn the channel to something that's a much more clear message. There's interference here, right, with the radio, and you change the channel to something that is a much more upbeat, positive message for you. A much more a positive song, a good song on the radio, like an uplifting song on the radio. If you are tuning your so-called like radio, your psychic antenna, if you are channeling demons and negativity and I just heard scorched earth, okay? Okay, so there's a radio antenna. This is your psychic intuition, and you are tuned in. You're channeling negativity, bad thoughts, thinking about hateful things. Maybe you're watching too much hateful content on the internet, or negative, pessimistic, cynical. You're reading cynical books, or you're just thinking these cynical thoughts of pessimism. You're tuned into that pessimism, so you're going to see more of that in your environment. This is the lens through which you are approaching the world, and so this is going to be confirmed for you. You will have a confirmation bias that the world is bad. You don't have to look that far. It really is that bad out here. It really is. I agree. But it's also really good. So if you were to maybe tune into a different channel and start tuning in more to gratitude. Gratitude is like the first place to go. to just be grateful and meditate on that, what you do have, instead of focusing on what you don't have. So focusing on what you do have will put you in alignment with that positive, affirmative, like positive, affirmative, attracting more of what you want and what you need. Because if you're tuned into the negative, you're just going to attract more negative. But if you're tuned into the positive, you're going to attract more positive. It's true. Practice smiling. I don't know. Somebody needs to hear it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to smile more, because that may be offensive. Don't take this the wrong way. But it's proven that if you smile, you feel better. I had to do this myself. I'm talking from a place of experience. Okay, 10, 15 years ago, I was in a very different place than when I am today. You never know where you're going to be in 10 years. You just don't know. But you can start now, walking in the right direction, moving in the right direction, taking one step in the right direction, and it starts with you. It starts on the inside. It starts with the mindset. I started practicing smiling. Literally, I was absolutely a miserable person for most of my life. In fact, most of my life, I have been very sad, unhappy, unwell for my own personal reasons. My own negative emotions were absolutely dictating how I approached my life, how I thought about myself, my life, my situation, my circumstances. And I was in a really dark, bad place. And I still struggle. I do. I struggle all the time with this. But I listened to my own intuition. I remember the exact moment, so I'll tell you about it before I close this reading. I was literally crossing a bridge. So this is so symbolic. I was living in the city, and, I had made some big changes to my life, but I was still in a kind of transition phase where I was in the process of going from where I had been in that dark place to where I was going, which was still mixed. I have some mixed feelings about it, but it was much better. It was a lot better than where I was before. But I was still kind of in the middle. So this is a really good analogy. This is so appropriate because I was literally on a bridge and I heard myself in my own head, which may have been my higher self talking. Maybe I was channeling my current self. I was listening to this anyway, maybe I'm literally right now transmitting this energy and this message back to my past self. Through this reading now, I might as well be talking to myself as I'm crossing that bridge. You know what I mean? But I said to myself, you need to learn how to smile. You need to practice smiling. Doesn't matter if it's fake. Yes, it's fake. Of course it's fake. I didn't know how to smile. Okay, this is pathetic, but it's true. For like the first half of my life, I didn't know how to smile. I couldn't smile. I couldn't because I was so fucking miserable. And I had my reasons for that, and they were pretty good reasons. But there was that moment when I was crossing that bridge, walking to work that morning, fucking miserable. And I said to myself, you need to practice smiling. So I did. I started there. And it's absolutely true that this was the first step. These were the very first steps towards getting where I am today, which is not perfect, but a heck of a lot better than where I was. And so I'm giving you this advice from a friend, as a friend. I'm not telling you to smile at men or smile at women or smile for other people. I'm telling you for yourself, giving yourself that peace, that joy, that happiness, giving that love to yourself first is the first step towards getting out of the pit, out of the hole, if you're in a hole, if you're in a pit, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, right? You're taking the first step towards making the changes one day at a time, one step at a time. Everything's getting better and better. What is that saying? There's something I want to leave you with. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. That's your affirmation. Every day, in every way, things are getting better and better. Every day, in every way, things are getting better and better. That's where I'm going to leave it today, Sagittarius. Okay, that's what I've got for you today, Sagittarius. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.